Hello. I am about to get this live started, and while everybody's being notified of the fact that it's happening, I am going to make an offering to Hermes. So, this is what I call my altar on the go for Hermes. This is Speedy the Turtle. He's Granite Turtle, and he called to me, and so I got him. And I call him my altar on the go because it's not my full altar setup, but Speedy can go on the go, so he's going to go on the go with us. We do not have an incense holder exactly, but I do have this awesome bundle of pine and eucalyptus that I'm going to be using. And I didn't have wine, so we're using bamboo. It's a kind of rum. It was approved, and it smells delicious. So to start this off right, I don't typically say things out loud, so oh my goodness, here we go. Hi, people are joining. So, Hermes, I would like to thank you for all that you have done for myself and my family, for my development, my friends, and my platform. I make this offering of bamboo and incense to you on this day of the solstice. It smells so good. We appreciate your blessings and for all the good times, because it's Hermes after all. So, hi everybody. Just so you know, I am going to be sort of involved, sort of like not involved with the comments section. All of you have been so wonderful when it comes to answering each other's questions and just being very kind-hearted people. I appreciate that so much. And first, this is kind of like the pre-show to the Solstice show. I will be having Jay out here in a little bit once we get closer to 7, which was the technical time that we were going to start. Though I went to my P.O. box today. Also, I'll praise Hermes for getting mail in exactly when it's supposed to be in. So that's another thing that Hermes does. But I got this extra mail for Jimothy, so I wanted to continue to open it. If you happen to miss the live where we went to Fort Fisher for Jimothy's birthday, the cell service was really wonky, and the recording itself was just not enough to save. But I posted everything that we received on Instagram, on my Instagram. I only have one Instagram. Remember that, everybody. Only one. No backup accounts, no numbers, no anything like that. All is linked on my bio. Check it out, okay? So yeah, all of these things came in my P.O. box since then. They're a little bit late, but I think it's great that it's here all the same. So other things that we have laid out, let's see, we've got, this is Evan Williams for Jimothy, who, you know what, he'll just have his birthday all year round, that's fine. And then I've also got Black Label for Rupert over here, and it was really funny because as I put my hand over it, I was like, okay, sir. Anywho, yeah, so I will go ahead and open these up real quick. So this is from Angelina. Let's see. Okay. It's belated, but it's okay. You said it in there. Okay, so this is a talisman, as well as an amulet of sorts. Someone called it a charm bag. Making little things like this or something that you've done for years. Cool. Clearing path, helping you grow and learn, as well as grant you prosperity and good luck. Well, that's a great gift, bud. He's like actually here. He's standing. So many things. Okay, I absolutely love this. Just because it's a bit long, I'm gonna read it to him more in detail later, but I will go ahead and pull it out because you go into all the details, which I absolutely love. So I will explain all of those things to him later to be sure he understands. There is a bug in my drink of choice. That was rude, bug. Did not appreciate. Okay. So, ooh, I love that. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like open it or not, but I love it. Ooh, okay, hold on, I'll show you the smell. He's like, that's nice. I think he wants it as a kind of perfume. Excellent. So I'll leave all this in here because I don't know if I can open it per se. I will be sure to read all of the instructions before I continue, but it smells delicious and he is a big fan. I also like the feeling coming off of this and enjoy the airplane. So thank you. From Aaron. You're still, it says alive, but it's crossed out and said dead. It's very good. It's very good. Oh, cool. So we got some stickers. This calls for a card. Happy birthday, Jimothy. Wish I could have made it to celebrate with you. Enjoy all the pie. Happy 176th. P.S. You're totally famous. He was just like, I know. Okay. Very cool. This is from Ann Clark. This is for Jimothy and said, would have used a pie sticker if you had that. It is okay. He likes the sticker as it is. Okay, wishing you the best birthday ever. Followed by the best year ever. Happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing birthday. Your friend, Vanessa. Cool, cool. Thank you, Vanessa. He says he likes how the, like, things spring up or something. Like you can kind of see the stars. And then this is from Peyton. 2 cards. Okay. Says your test results are in. It's a hamster. He was like, that's a rat. I was like, it's a hamster. The kids I babysit picked this card for you. You're old. You are. He's like, only in spirit. Have a happy birthday anyway. And you gave him 20 bucks. We will have to figure out how you're gonna spend that. And then it says celebrate you, the card. And then it says, let this day be measured in smiles, not hours. Let this day be rich in warm wishes and simple pleasures. Let this and every day be a sweet celebration of the wonderful person you are. Happy birthday. Hope your birthday is wonderful. From PJ. There's something on me. Anyway, I hope this is enough for fried chicken, sweet tea, and pie. Well, I'll tell you what, it would have been a few months ago before inflation, but guess what? That other 20 bucks is gonna cover it, so thank you so much. Oh, he likes how it's shiny.
It's super friendly.
Can I say that? Yeah, so, this birthday idea has been blessed by Hermes. In my experience, he's never been around for like soups long, but it was just kind of like a, what are you doing? It's like reading birthday cards for Jimothy. He's like, oh, that's great. Yeah, that was like, ooh, what's this? Like to the rum. Sometimes he'll call me kiddo. That's what I got to. All right, spirits, you better drink up your perspective things. All right, so I think we're good. I'm gonna check in with the comments section. He's like standing right here. Can I get past you, please? Thank you. It's just like really obvious. It's Jimothy. All right, hi everybody. Yeah, so cool. Hi everybody. Yeah, we are about at 7 o'clock. Hey Jay, come on out. Hi, Julie and Jerry. Happy summer solstice, everybody. Jay is coming out. As I mentioned, if you are just joining us, I will not be able to read my comments from this far. My eyes they're really great, though they're not superhuman eyes, I don't think, unless you count psychic abilities. But anyway, Jay, my partner, will be joining us, and we have Rupert here, who is enjoying his Black Label. We've got Jimothy here, who is with Evan Williams, and then we also have a offering set out to Hermes right here. You might be able to see that there. He's got bamboo, and my little mobile altar made up of a granite turtle that called out to me. And here is the corporeal man. How's that chair?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm tall enough that it should be all right.
Would you mind putting these maybe on the grass?
Rosie, you gotta make room.
All right. Other things I should mention, because this will be a time of reflection of... You're so loud.
Yeah,
Anyway.
good at it.
So this will be a time of reflection as well as setting good intention for the next 6 months. But as we're also in a time of reflection, what I wanted to bring attention to was this. This is, it's some lavender that was gifted to me. Thank you, Gabby. But I set it with Mira's collar and some of her fur. And this was given to us when she was still alive.
Yeah.
And now she's over there. Do you see? Anyway, and now we have Rosie. So cool. So she will be sitting with us here, and we will be honoring her memory and cherishing that with all of you, as well as honoring and cherishing other memories that we have had for the last 6 months. So cheers to all of you.
Oh, that's so good.
Is that for the words?
Yeah.
Is that all we need?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, you took the other candles I needed, but yes.
Oh, I was just using them as
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We talked about how to go about this. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the live that we did for the winter solstice, I love how tall I am. Like, this is so weird. That is on YouTube, just like this will be on YouTube later. Oh, I didn't mention, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreons. When you see this on YouTube, they are all going to be listed, at least the ones in the tiers that are listed for the credits. Thank you so much for supporting what I do. Thank you for supporting me. This is my full-time job now, so I couldn't do it without you. Thank you. And yeah, from there, the reason why I started talking, we live near an airport. Part of me wants to ask her that.
Well, I don't really have a problem with the passenger planes, it's the military planes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Hermes is also a god of travel, so I'm kind of like, hey, could you have them maybe reroute to the other runway? That would be super great. Okay, maybe not. He was like, what? I don't know if you felt that. Like, anywho, I feel weird when I'm like, do you feel that? And you're just like, no. Okay, cool.
I don't work with them.
I know. But you still pick up on vibes.
Yeah.
When he's like here, he's not like here. Anywho, so I was replaying the winter solstice video back. Oh, you don't have any tools for divination. Do you know where your bones are?
You keep doing you.
Hey, Rose. This is great. So, anywho, yeah, for winter solstice, we went around and we talked as a family, like what we were grateful for, what we had learned, what we had accomplished, and then what we wanted. And so the reason why I rewatched that today was to figure out if we had gotten what we wanted in the last 6 months. So the good news is, from what I got, we all did, but we will get to that when we go to the accomplishment phase. Also, something that we did for the winter solstice was we showed a little bit of spellcraft, some open practice sort of things that we do to set intention. And I can also tell you that what intention I put out that night, I also received. Something to mention with the winter solstice, from what I understand, and this is kind of like from a variety of different traditions, it's to lay out the plans, to set the stage for what you intend to achieve. So by the time summer solstice comes around, it's an opportunity to let all of that happen, to let all of that work come through and then reap the rewards. It's very much like you plant things, and then now is the time where things begin to harvest. So that's what we're looking
Watch
at,
out, gal.
and it's been super cool. So I think we will start with some of the spellcraft that we're doing first. I did a lot of work prior to starting this live, because otherwise it would just like take a lot of time for me to write these things out. But before I get into what I'm going to do, I feel like I've been talking a lot. So would you explain what you're going to be doing for the wards?
Yeah, pretty much all the stuff is set. It's just a matter of juicing them up. Whenever you kind of set a Workin like that, as you build the Workin, I mean, you're taking each step and imbuing it both with intent, purpose, etc., 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 whether you want to get finely detailed with that or not. All of that is done and buried. It's just more a matter of linking everything together and pressing play. So that's what we're going to be doing.
So for the folks out there who may not be as well versed in what you do, when you say Workin, what do you mean?
Basically,
So tall.
yeah, right?
Is this what you feel like all the time?
Yes. Short stack. What I do is Appalachian folk magic. So a lot of medicinal stuff, a lot of...
Bothering.
Yeah, I know. A lot of actual, like, working with roots and herbs to not only heal things physically but also spiritually. But then, of course, there's the side where I will go and kick a haint out of somebody's home. And a Workin, with a capital W, is basically intent-driven purpose work. Start to finish, either building something or some process with somebody to do a specific thing for an intended result. That's a Workin, basically.
And something cool that, I mean, what I love about us is your practice is so different from mine.
Yes.
Yours is very based in more physical things, more crafting,
Yeah.
workings, as you say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the same thing I could do for any kind of spiritual work is the same stuff I could blend together and, you know, make a tincture for you to get rid of, you know, cold
very
or
practical.
like toothache. Yeah, it's practical, and that's kind of that's what I was going to say. Practicality is the name of the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're, you know, people weren't meant to settle in those mountains. Those mountains can and will still kill you. Imagine what it was, you know, turn the 1800s. So if a harvest went wrong or something, your family was dead because nobody around you could afford to help you. So it wasn't I want this to happen and I'm going to put it out there. I'm making it happen. Mm-hmm. And I could spend a month doing it, but we got to eat. So I got 2 days.
Question.
Yeah.
So, you know how it's like the internet just woke up to dandelions,
Yeah.
right? Being good for
Yep.
your heart, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you were to, is that something that you would use in your practice?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were
Yeah.
using dandelions in your practice, then could you also put in the extra emphasis that it's not just for the physical heart, but it's also for the
Rosie.
well-being of your heart, like
Yes.
all the capacity of that?
Yes, but it's more sympathetic magic than that.
Mm-hmm.
So consider, yeah, it is good for your heart. You could use it for your heart, but also dandelions, they're a weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come hell or high water, doesn't matter how much you spray, how much you tug, they're going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
That persistence, that almost conquest quality of it. You know what I mean? The fighting through a siege is something. So instead of using like, yeah, I'm not going to spend the money on High John the Conqueror root because I can't grow it here. So I'll just use dandelion for the exact same thing. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's more the sympathetic aspects when it comes to the spiritual side.
P.S. Jay is on TikTok. He doesn't post very much, but you can actually get his information if you're interested in any of these things. His handle is kinfolk_ACAW.
Bam.
I'm so glad I got that because I was really focusing on it. Anywho, okay, so what are you going to be doing tonight?
Bugs are eating me alive.
What woo-woo?
Really...
We can also light a fire if that would help.
Nah, it's all right. I might go get one of those burning things.
Mm-hmm.
Really nothing too intense. I wish I could say I'm doing this big thing, but I never do. I'm just going to put some juice and juju into the candles and light them, and as they burn down, it gets charged up. It's more of a centralizing thing, you know what I mean?
And this is for our boundaries.
For our wards, yeah.
In our house. I mean, we do have healthy boundaries in a relationship,
Yes.
but this is for the physical boundary.
It's for the lines I've drawn around the house.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're going to be doing that. What I'm going to be doing is in part manifestation work, in part setting intention. And it's actually an idea that I got from a book called Psychic Development for Beginners. And I would love to say that they sponsored this, but they did not.
Yeah. And the title is terrible, we know. It's a horrible title.
And the book looks very boring. It's green. It's like this lime green. And it's by an author. I know his last name is Hewitt, Hewitt. I still refer back to this book to this day for little exercises that I can do. And one that I found most recently was something to set intentions and tell the universe what I want. So I am trying that out. I've been trying it out for about a week now, and I just made a new one for tonight. It says the same stuff because I'm still working on the same stuff. Though,
I'm gonna go get that thing.
Okay, go get the thing. I will explain my craft real quick. So, it's Jimothy's like really obvious. Thank you. It's like a lot. Anywho, so this is what it is, and I made a lot of extra oomph to it according to my practice and what I do. Like, this is a sigil that I use for personal stuff. I made it myself, and I also put in a lot of arrows, things drawing it to me, and it just says, "From the infinite source, with harm to no one, this is Rebekah's goal bowl." He called it a goal bowl in the book. And then I put the date of when I originally, I put today's date because it's like reamping it. I put a lot of arrows, but then I also put little blocker like dots. You can kind of see the dots right there. All good things coming to me with no harm to anyone. So yeah, if anybody's ever interested in that, I'll repeat it again. From the infinite source, with harm to no one. And then you say, this is your goal bowl or whatever you want to call it, and then put the date. And you don't always have to have 8. He recommended you could put 8 slices, and if you only know 1, just keep 1 and then add others when you need to. And the cardinal is loud, as it do. But yeah, in the book, he recommends to say I want something in particular. For me, I put it in present tense because it's also how I work. I like to bridge the time between then and now to now, so I can start to feel it. And I will actually, coming around the other way now.
And for my own practice, I don't ever say want, wish. For me, spirit, the universe doesn't care in the slightest. You can put all the juju out there in the world, right? But if you are, I want to meet somebody, great. Are you going out and meeting folk to help this work along? No? Then, of course it's not going to work. and that's stupid.
Well, depending on how you work. It's stupid for you. I should mention.
That is completely subjective. I agree. But if you make a New Year's resolution to get in shape and then you don't eat healthier and exercise, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. There's no difference. So, for me, it's, I want to make a bit more money. Great. I want this. Who cares? Who cares? My bank account's overflowing. It's a foregone conclusion. It's already happened. So that way I'm not sitting here stewing on it. That way the work does its thing and I'm already doing what I need to have it happen.
And it's important with any affirmations, it's not just saying the words, it's believing that the words are true, but then to also feel what it feels like when you receive those words. If you're not feeling something from what you're saying, then it's a dead end, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. Actually, on that, money is a really tough subject for everybody right now. Yeah. Everybody's hurting, and that's the thing that people say money can't buy happiness. Money pays off most of the garbage that we're living through right now nowadays, so money can, in fact, buy happiness. It's more that last little bit of worry of, can I afford this? Can I afford to live? Can I afford to do this without sacrificing something else? If that worry is off your back a little bit, it's a freeing feeling. So having that in mind exactly when you say, no, my bank account's overflowing, is that little worry that all of us have lived with for a long time, especially recently, not so much a thing,
And that actually leads to, I wanted to read to all of you what my intentions are. And you'll notice for winter, I didn't share that publicly, and I may not always share these things publicly, but I wanted to read these to you this time to not only remember it for myself and hold myself accountable, but to also show all of you that I am still growing and still learning. I know some people, it's wild when they come to me and they're like, oh, you can do this and this and this. I wish I could. And I'm just like, you realize I'm still dealing with very human things, and I'm also still growing. So I'm still facing my fears. I'm still overcoming what I have faced, and I'm still learning my worth every single day. So I'm going to read these out to you. So it so happens
I'm excited to hear them.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Oh, I wasn't. Well, cool.
I didn't know them. I'm excited to hear them.
It just so happens that the first one has to do with money, but it's not just money, it's any sort of debt. So when I say these things, for example, it will be, I always start from the beginning. So for example, this is how I would do it. So from the infinite source with harm to no one, I am free of all debt.
All right, I can dig it.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah. Well, how many people are in debt? Like, pretty much everybody. What? If you're out of debt and you have $10 in your pocket,
you're richer than the majority of most Americans.
Yeah. So, and when I say that, when I'm actually doing this as a practice, I will feel what that feels like. I will see zeros in the accounts where I owe money, like student loans. So that sort of thing. So each time, remember, I go through from the infinite source with harm to no one. I see energy clearly with my physical eyes. So I'm getting better at that. And a lot of you think I do see energy with my physical eyes. And I'm growing that, and it's very exciting. I used to when I was very young, and it was very scary to me at the time. Now I primarily see mental imagery. And that is just as valid, and that is just as important, I think. Especially when doing online readings, for example. I don't call people to me. I used to. I don't do that anymore. I have to see the mental imagery. But anywho, it's something I'm working on. And I want to share all of that with you so you know that I am working on these things too. So I'm just going to go through the rest of them without starting the whole process. The infinite source with harm to no one. The other things I have is I comprehensively hear clearly. That's not just with physical things. I know if music is really loud, I currently have trouble understanding what conversation is about and that sort of thing. So it's not just physical stuff, it's also spiritual stuff. I have inner ear clairaudience, so it's like I hear things in my head, which is a process to figure out how to be able to, you know, your thoughts from other thoughts. And I've cracked the code on that. I have some videos on my Q&A playlist. But yeah, this is for all of that. I want my ears to be the best that they've ever been. So the next thing is my innate psychic abilities are at their full potential. I think that's for all of my abilities, everything that I could possibly have. The money I want, it always finds me. So yeah. And for that, I always envision like having like a $100 bill in my hands and what that feels like. And not even needing to do anything with a $100 bill, but just to be like, I could put this away, I could spend it on something nice, that sort of thing. The next one is the best people and beings are drawn to me. And this is something I often say before consultations with people. I am naturally an introvert, and so sometimes it can be overwhelming to meet people. And before I meet people during consultations, I always say that back to myself, and it always just puts me in the right mood. And then I meet the most wonderful people. So if you've booked a consultation, if you've already met me, if you're going to meet me later, thank you for doing that. The best people are drawn to me. I keep saying it every time. And the next one is, I am healthier than I have ever been. That is true, and I'm only going up from here. And the last one, the 8th piece, is I am a highly successful published author. Now let me tell you how this has been working, because I started to do this about a week ago, and the most random thing happened. I was experiencing this kind of writer's block, and then all of a sudden I'd had like a pretty lazy day, and all of a sudden I picked up the book that I've been writing for, goodness, not quite a year now, but about half a year now, about Rupert, about George, about my coming into my own psychic ability. And I realized I had finished the first part. I just kept writing and writing and writing that day, and then I looked back and I was so shocked, because I said, whoa, I just finished this. So stay tuned for that. If you want to know who or when the book is going to be ready, I'm probably going to be releasing it in 2 parts. The first one, as I said, draft 2 is done. That will be on my website newsletter. That's RebekahTheGhostGuide.com. It's also linked in my bio, and you will know when it is out first. So be sure to do that. Other things to mention, I don't like put out a lot of emails. I do quarterly emails, so it's not like you're gonna get a bunch of emails from me, because that's really annoying. It's also overwhelming, like in the inbox, so like just know. So cool. For this, what I'm going to do is, we have bay leaf oil.
Bay.
Wait, I said bay leaf. Is there a difference?
Well, I mean, it's bay leaf.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like bay leaf, and you're like bay.
I was
like...
I was giving you an affirmation.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Are all those candles being used for your thing?
I just need 3.
Okay, and I just need 1. So what I am going to do is put this bay oil on each corner and then the middle. And I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to do it clockwise around to better activate it. That being said, though, remember, energy is the best activation. So if you're not all into the woo-woo, say it, make it true. That makes it true. So I'm gonna put it on my finger and draw
Rosiano.
my favorite sigil.
What's that for specifically? The sigil.
Here's the thing, I just see it all the time. And it always means protection, eye-opening, that sort of thing. It's a cross going through a circle.
Yep. That's also used by a bunch of different ones in for crossroads work, for a bunch of different things. I use it a lot for crossroads work.
I use it a lot in cleansings.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you're pulling something up to get rid of it, scatter it away. You know.
Or invite in
Exactly.
what you wish to invite
Yeah.
in. Okay. So what I just did when I did that deep inhale, basically I pulled up energy from the earth and I put it into it to ground the feeling and to also draw the acceptance of the feeling through grounding. And what I will do with this candle, I'll put the same thing into the candle. Okay. When I do that, I feel tingles like on my shoulders and on my head. All right, cool. And I'm just gonna leave that there. And it's just, that energy from the candle is going to help to amp it up.
Alrighty.
Look at you on my live.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh no, is it buffering? Is that me?
What do you mean?
Oh, because it,
That's you.
oh, well that's not good. I don't want it to be bad service.
No, it's good. It's bang.
I didn't do the screen record this time.
Oh.
Because I thought the service was gonna be better.
Hey,
Dang.
Rosie, you can't help.
Okay,
You don't have thumbs.
I'm checking in here. How is the service on everybody's? Okay, it says no buffering here. No, it's fine.
Yeah, it was probably just mine.
Okay, thank you. That really helps me. Thank you for coming through with that. No buffering. Okay, yay. Okay, good.
Flies won't stay away from my gin.
It's good gin.
It is good gin.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Pulling in from the four corners of the property into the center. Again, all of that is juicing it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The flame, the expending of that wax is juicing it up. When it's done and the wax cools, it's the solidifying aspect of it. Can you dig it?
Yeah, as you said that, Rupert was like, I'll help. And then Jimothy was
Okay.
like, I'll help.
Great. Come on, gentlemen.
Did you notice we have a lady with us?
Yes.
Yeah, so. Maybe move your vape canister.
That's all right. Son, I know. I caught myself. There we go.
We typically curse often, but the clock app doesn't
Like a sailor.
that.
No, it doesn't.
Um,
Yeah, now we're good. Now we do whatever, sit and chill. I like it.
all right, so those are going to zhuzh.
Feel a little sucking.
Sorry, just like a little side. Yeah, we're adults. We're adults. Yeah, so I mentioned we have a very good friend of the family with us this evening, who we put out the best quality of camp chairs for her. But she is sitting over there with Jimothy. We invited her over this evening. Well, it was his idea to have her over. And we simply were like, yes, we would love to have you over.
Yeah.
So she and all of her wonderfulness is sitting over there. So, oh no, my candle went out.
Nah, it's all good.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
I still feel a lot.
yeah. That's fine.
Go candle, go. Zhuzh. Zhuzh candle, zhuzh.
Did you say, did you mention the stuff from like the winter one? And
I didn't mention the specifics, I just
Yeah.
mentioned what we did.
I think
So,
it'd be nice to go through that.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, so for the winter solstice, between us two and Mira was with us at the time, which
Yeah.
she's with us now. And we also had Jimothy and Rupert with us, and we went through what we, we've got wind, so sometimes nature is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yep. You
So-
can ascribe a spiritual thing to that all you want, but at the end of the day,
Nature gonna do what
it's
she
usually
wants.
just the wind. Like, it can mean something all you want, but
So we went over what we accomplished, what we learned. What were the 4 things? I went over with them earlier.
yeah, it's what we do when we go to bed.
Right.
Accomplished, learned, grateful for, need.
Okay. Accomplished, learned, grateful for, need, or what we want. So, as a quick review for the winter solstice, what we wanted last time, for me, I wanted to grow my platform, grow as a person, my abilities, and have a lot of fun with it. And I can say successfully that I did that. I'm doing this full time now, so I'm so grateful to be doing that. Do you remember what you said?
Stability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, stability.
Do you want to go into that?
Well, yeah, the fact that I have it. We still have the bus, we still have the van, but it's one of those things where we needed something a bit more long-term, so we moved back into a house, back in the area we love in downtown Wilmington. You are super solid with, your career, money. We have a landlord we love, and then
She was out just
yeah, right. And then I actually just got a gig. What?
a job.
About 3 months ago. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a job.
You call it a gig? It's
Yeah.
a job.
Man, we've been gig workers for
It's a
how
job
long?
job.
Yeah, but it's a a pretty solid 9 to 5 for something I enjoy and something I'm good at. So yeah, stability, salary. So go get out of my gym. So yeah, stability galore, and it still gives me time in between to juggle the other things. Doing readings or consultations or building stuff for folks.
Or just being a
Or
part
just-
of the family.
Yeah, God forbid, hanging out and actually spending time with you and the pup and the cat and the rest of our extended family.
I don't know what that was. It was like leaves. So, for our spirit folks, I'm gonna trust that there's enough judge on here because it feels like there's enough judge. I'm not gonna keep going at it with the lighter. For Jimothy, I'm making
He's
sure I can
super
say it.
embarrassed.
Yeah, but he's also
Like, he's proud, but he's very
like,
embarrassed.
a man needs to show his softer parts too. So,
I'm glad you finally learned that. That wasn't the case when we first met.
welcome to family. Yeah, where she's like, I like this. So he said that he wanted Fannie to feel the same way about him that he felt about her. Also you, because yeah. And she's just like, I like him quite a lot. She's doing so much better. And that was another thing he wanted. He wanted you to find your words, and you have. So it's wonderful.
Happy for the both of you. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
She's like, I'm happy to be here. We're happy to have you. And for Rupert, at first he didn't know what he wanted because he felt like he had gotten everything that he wanted. And then he said that he would like us to have a house. And go figure, a month later we had a house, and we had to move out of that house because complications with things. Good news is that's being settled, and we're now at another house, and we're fortunate to be here. So that's really cool, and it's also not haunted,
Yes.
which is wild.
It's bizarre.
It's because it's been moved.
Yes, it's been moved
From across the
and
street.
it's been quiet too. You know what I mean?
And it's actually from 1864? Is that what the sign says?
I think so. That
Yeah.
seems right.
We have a plaque on our
Historical
house.
plaque.
Yeah, saying that it is old.
No offense, we're not going to tell you the name of the house because we
No.
like privacy, but we have a historical plaque.
yeah, that's the cool thing. We all got what we wanted. So, yay! And if anybody was setting out goals for themselves in the winter, I hope that you got all that you wanted as well.
100%.
And if you didn't get all the things that you wanted, I hope that you set the stage for the things to come into fruition this next 6 months. And really, when I think about it, I set the stage for a lot of things that are coming down the way for me now. I didn't get 100% of what I asked for, nor was I expecting it, because I was making an intention for the year. So I see everything that's come into play, and now it's just a matter of getting them fruits.
And the year's not done.
The year's not done, and that's the point. You know, by this time we should have a better understanding of how far we've come, how we got here in the first place, and how we need to move forward. So, that being said, I'm going to check in with the comments section real quick.
I've been reading it as we go.
Oh, excellent.
I've got to pull it up.
Thank you for doing that. Hi,
Becca
folks.
Boo 736, you're absolutely right. That's the book. And don't let it deceive you. It looks awful. It's good information.
Yeah, cool. Oh, thank you for joining my Patreon. Yay! I'm so happy to have you. So, yeah, okay. Well, let us look at that's the big one.
Jesus.
That was Navy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, we've talked about all the things that we achieved.
Yeah.
I think we should go into what we learned in the last 6 months. I'll ask you first. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. Right? I don't know.
Touch and go, maybe?
What I learned, huh? That mundanity is only mundane because you allow it to be. You know, the adage, like, especially since, you know, your folks, my folks, they're retired, right? And we hear about retired people saying, I'm bored. The only bored retired people are boring people. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And
I mean that, yeah.
That applies to, that's only for that very specific analogy, but the same thing applies. Mundanity is only mundane because you allow it to be mundane.
You rock. Do you know how funny you look?
I'm having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. I do what I want. Do what I want. Yeah, no, like with working the 9 to 5 gig, I never thought I would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's nice. And again, I'm still creating. And I'm making myself. And honestly, I also feel fine just not doing anything and having the time to chill and knowing that my hours end at 5 p.m. and I'm done, you know? It's nice.
Okay.
How about you? What did you learn?
I am going to flip it to Jimothy so we go back and forth between...
Well, I'll be.
It's funny because this literally happened in winter too, where I was like, I'm going to go back and forth. Okay, Jimothy, what did you learn? That I am a handsome man. Yes, you are.
Yes. And as much as I love you to death, buddy, your head was big enough already.
He says that he is worth more than he ever thought he could be because he has earned the love of a woman. So this is when I start crying because I'm so nice. She's just like, I like him. Thank you.
He's adequate, right?
She's like, I like him. She's also, it's not just a like thing. She was also just like, she says, I like him, but there's more feeling there.
Obviously. Yeah.
She's like, well, yes. Also, did you I don't know how tapped in are you. It's
Yes
a great
and
day
no.
for tapping in.
Yes and no. I'm more feeling out the lines.
Do you know who's slowly been slinking closer to you to do like this? She showed up. Molly's here. she's just like, is this seat taken? Molly, would you like to share with us what you learned this year? No, it's too much for anybody to understand. Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that? No. I think I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah, I've got 8 videos coming out about her looking to be next week. You're gonna get a better idea of what I'm talking about. And of course, for my Patreons, all that's gonna be pre-released all at once,
Yes.
uncut. And she's like, oh, and I said, yeah, Patreons, you know, different tiers and that kind of thing. And she was just like, oh, earning money, good. So, anywho, what I learned this year, or in the last 6 months, is to...
Oh.
Rosie, why?
Hello, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's my show now.
That was Rosie, by the way. Okay. Sorry, everybody, for the headache that just happened. Well, Rupert has been enjoying the Black Label. That's,
Yeah, I'm out of my drink and I'm sad now. It's been so long since I made one of those and I loved it, and now I'm sad.
I mean, I could use more drink myself. I already
Oh, well.
feel fine. So, I'll tell you what I learned. We'll do what we learned, and then if you want to go in and
What?
make
Yeah.
some more drink.
What you have?
It was the green lime stuff
Yeah.
and gin. Yeah,
Be good with rum too.
I'll stick to gin. Anywho, hello again. We are back. What I learned this year, or in the last 6 months, was to slow down because you only get one life.
Yes.
I'll tell you, I deal with being or wanting to be a perfectionist and always wanting to give everybody the best option possible, and oftentimes in the past have forgotten myself and forgotten to put myself in that equation.
Or at the utter expense of yourself.
Right.
Saying it with love.
And this is something that we've talked about. It's something that I've been working on in therapy. And P.S. I just saw some text messages go through. If you just texted me, I am unable to read that right now. So, I will say though, if you have Jay's info, because I saw those were friends,
Yes.
contact Jay because he has his phone in front of him.
Yeah,
I
just
have my phone over there.
Shoot me a text, shoot me a message.
So, the reason why I really learned this was something sad. When Mira started to get sick, I had to start rescheduling consultations, and I respect people's time so much, and I just hate doing that. And the thing is, when I was grieving, I was unable to be able to read for other people. It's kind of like hurt people can only help people so far, right?
Yeah.
Especially when doing this channeling work. I work with people's past loved ones. I work with people's grief, and I knew that I needed time to grieve myself. Otherwise, what would I be? You know, I wouldn't be able to follow through. So I had to work with people on rescheduling. And there were some days where I thought that I would be okay, and then I just wasn't. So I had to make that decision.
Yeah.
And for the most part, everybody was just so wonderful and understanding, and you all taught me that I was worth giving time to myself and not constantly sectioning it out for others. And if there's one thing that I regret, it's not being able to learn that until Mira passed.
Yeah.
She and I used to have a lot of time together, and since things took off, I didn't give her all the time that I would have wanted to. And at least I'm in the position as a medium to be able to see that she's fine, and I take her to the beach, and I do a lot of things. But yeah, I had to learn that I'm worth time as well, and I've been doing a lot of work on that, so I'm really happy about that.
And for both my part and everybody else's, what you actually started to listen to, like myself and Paisley and Rupert and others who were telling you that as well, who could see it from the outside. You actually started to listen to us, and I know that that was hard as well. And I know for a fact all of us are proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Duh.
Molly's also up here. She's just here. She says, hello. I don't see you, any of you. Yeah, she's just like, I don't know why she's talking to a phone. Anywho, Rupert, what have you learned? He's thinking.
Oh, you know why? Because there's a net right in the door.
He said he learned to trust my ability. I have been doing a lot of work on myself spiritually as well, to be smarter about my decisions, to better my physical health, and to better my spiritual health, to properly shield, to properly cleanse. And he recognizes that. So thanks. He's standing. Thanks.
Yep.
It's like, I'm looking at, hello.
God, can I just make people go nuts? Can I tell the Sephora Sprague story just because it makes me happy, or like hold off for later? Is that a spoiler?
Hold off for it.
Just spoiler.
Yeah. Rupert, I'll just say this, Rupert had an idea, and it made us conversate about something.
Blindsided me.
Yeah, that we had not thought about for a very long time. But we're not ready to share that. So, spoiler. But not really, but cliffhanger, but something. Anyway. So cool, that's what we learned. Yay! Fannie, do you want to add anything? Flame? I can give you a touch of yours. It's that big one. Anyway.
And yet those idiots want to try and enforce the noise ordinance.
I know. Join city council, do something about it.
I won't be there long.
I know, but you'll at least get a say. You'll do something about it. I believe in you.
The mayor's attack dog will come beat the crap out of me.
Anyway, we're not saying that on I Love You. Say it in the appropriate place.
If anybody is interested, like, ask me on TikTok or Facebook or something. I'll say it. It's not my platform.
It's
Anyways,
no surprise that corruption is everywhere, and that Jay wants to do something about it. And so this is why I encourage you, please do more than words.
I do.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, but right now it's just words.
No, right now it's just words.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting on a live on TikTok.
So, Fannie talked about worth, and she talked about the empowerment of being able to set her own speed and
Yes.
say no at her own comfort level, and that she also found someone who respects her own boundaries and comfort level above anything that he could want for himself personally. So good.
Rosie.
So great. That's what we all learned.
Yes.
What are we grateful for? What are you grateful for?
Having the wherewithal, the tools, skills, and support system in place to be able to approach things from base neutral again, instead of at a deficit, whether that's emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, that I'm able to kind of approach things at square one instead of square -5 like it was before. That's what I'm grateful for.
That's great.
Yeah. Took a minute.
And Jimothy, what are you grateful for? He was just like, you're looking at her.
Yeah. Immediately.
It's just like, he's over here with her. We gave her a chair. We didn't give him a chair.
The men can stand.
Yeah. One is here. She's just, when he was just like, you're looking at her, and she was just like, Fannie, would you like to share what you're grateful for? She's like, him. They're like holding hands right now.
Just like that.
Yeah.
The hand on the shoulder, hand on the hand.
Our family.
It's a little like saccharine.
Molli, would you like to share? I'm not saying that. Sir, if you happen to be watching this, you know who you are. Size and girth, and pace, and length, and something having to do with personality and hair. Alice, I hope you're watching this. Please tell that to him. It's one, I mentioned it in a recent video. I'll just say it. She's like, oh no, wait. Okay, so in the 8 videos that are coming up, that's who she's talking about.
Yep.
Anyway.
I appreciate the candor.
Oh my god, she's like, size. I'm like, stop! Like, oh, I didn't get it right. That's fine.
Listen, the heart wants what the body wants.
As in, like, I didn't get the right.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You really.
The heart wants what the heart wants. But what the body wants.
Even the incorporeal body.
Will send you to the hospital.
Unless you don't have a corporeal body. No, she wanted to take my hands real quick and show me how I'm good. She's still like, don't you? No.
Hillshire summer sausage.
We're good. We're good. I'm currently, my arms are, anyway.
It's like holding a tube of tennis balls.
You know what's funny? Rupert's had enough. He's just like, yeah, I'm getting, it's like a warm tingle up and down. She's.
Mm-hmm.
No. Anyway, no. I need focus.
Wait, what is this?
What is it?
MC Bean. We need to know how big Molly likes the boys.
She's trying, like, she keeps doing this to, like on my arms to, and then she was just like, oh, well, if you won't show him, how about you show yours? Like, as in, like, Rupert's, no, we're not doing that. He's like, no, we're not doing that.
My gut says size queen. Anyways.
She's like, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm talented?
Yeah, and limber.
She's like, you should see him. You should see him. He's big. Yeah. Get out.
Can he play cricket with it?
Shinty.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or hurling.
No, I don't think you caught the last bit of that sentence.
No.
With it.
She thinks that would be very interesting.
Well, more than one ball's getting smacked around. That makes sense.
See, what's worse is this is what I talk about, being able to read mental imagery, because she's still doing this thing on my arms, and she's trying to get me to talk, and she keeps showing me. And I'm yes. Yes. Very nice.
Big girthy monsters from the fathomless deep.
Can I talk about what I'm grateful for? No, it's not. Anyway. She's like, my distraction. I'm like, anyway. Let me figure out what I'm grateful for. She's like, the dirty priest. Anyway. I'm gonna let that plane come in real quick.
That was Navy too.
Yeah, they're doing touch and goes. They don't have a lot of takeoffs during the evening. As wild as this all is, I am grateful for all of you.
Good.
And how funny all of this is, I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for your patience and willingness to help me grow. And I'm grateful for all of you for supporting that. And when I've talked about my growth and the things that I thought were flaws and are now part of who I am in a great way and something I've grown from, you all, from what I've shared, have been very accepting of that, and I'm very grateful for that. And of course all of you, because you see even more of that, and I keep looking down as if I'm expecting Rupert to be here. He's standing. So it's like a funny thing to be like, that's your torso. Okay.
Standing at attention?
Not at attention? Like a soldier's attention? Or...
Depends on what part of the soldier.
He's not!
I'm done. I'm sorry. That was the last one.
She thought it was funny.
Thank you.
Oh my god. She was just like, we can make him stand at attention. Anyway, no!
Somebody said J for shame. You obviously don't know me that
Oh
well.
my god.
I'm trying to keep it PG for the kiddies. And it's TikTok.
Okay, Rupert, what are you grateful for? He's like, for you being able to acknowledge my height. And now he's going in. All of you. Can we at least be more appropriate for Fannie? She's in on it too. Wow, this is great. This is great. Anyway, what do you want? What do you want for the next 6 months?
For the next 6 months.
Or quarter or year, whatever.
Yeah. For the...
What have you planted that is coming into fruition?
Actual plants. No, I just, a buddy of mine had a bunch of blue Java.
The bananas?
Yeah, blue Java banana seeds, and I planted them, and I'm really excited to... I'm not going to get bananas for a year, but about 15 months. But I want to see it start to grow, and I'm excited for that.
Awesome.
Also, God forbid that work keeps kicking up and we have a good time.
I don't... Did you feel, Molly, she was like doing this to the back of your hair, like on your neck? Because she said at one point she got close to you and she's like, I want to be with a physical man.
I did miss that.
Yep. Did you feel a tingle in your ear? Because she was close.
Yeah. And now she's doing it again, so I feel it. Rosie.
Anyway, she's like, just, she's fine.
How about you?
I'll ask Jimothy
You're
first.
having some trouble, aren't you?
I am having trouble. It's a lot.
By the way, that size.
What?
When you did that, yo, about that, about that big. I'm done. I'm clocked out. I'm done.
I need more drink. She was about to come over to Rupert and be like, "Oh, he has a drink," and he was like, "No." Fine. She's okay. She's fine with. I'm sorry that got close. She's not sorry. Okay, I thought she was up here. She was not. I felt something else. This is why it's gonna be so great when my physical eyes are fully awake. Anywho.
Who else wants something?
Jimothy, what do you want? Well, that was romantic. He looked at Fannie and he was just like, I've got all that I could ever want.
Except for the fact that you told me another helmet.
Well, that was last time.
No, another helmet.
Oh, that's right.
Not for her, for him.
Yeah, I know. He was like, well, yeah,
Being
too.
greedy.
Okay, so another helmet. Anything else? Okay. Fannie, do you want to add it on this discussion?
Is there anything you want for the next 3 months?
Oh. She says she's very happy with what she has, though she wouldn't say no to a new dress.
And music.
Oh yeah, we should have more music nights.
She told me music.
Okay, yeah. I love that. We'll have to work with Adam.
Yeah.
We'll get you the dress. From whatever time period you want it from. So, what do I want? I'd like to ask.
I love how we just heard, like, a 700cc cruiser rumble by, and then immediately followed by a barely running moped. It
Yes.
just makes me happy.
For one, I want every consultation that I have with people to be better than the last.
Yes.
To be inspired by the people that I meet, to be inspired by the spiritual experiences I have, and to continue to grow the closeness that I have with my closest friends and family. And you all know who you are. So, Rupert, what do you want? It sounded really spicy. I didn't mean to make it spicy.
Keep it secret.
Yeah. I was already feeling the poke.
Same,
Yeah.
but still.
Okay.
Cause trouble.
The party's about to get a lot larger.
You got more folks swinging by, yeah.
Oh yeah. Great. See, I called that. I said, I bet you this is gonna happen. It's like I'm psychic or something. Wild. Rupert, what do you want? That's nice. He wants for my happiness. What do you want? Though, what do you want for yourself? He says, I know what he wants, but that's not happening this year. He's referring to what we talked about.
It's not happening this year.
It's fine. For the glass to never run dry. Really?
Then you can pay for it. That's a nice scotch.
He says that because of the work that he's done to assist me with the book, as well as create content, that he's entitled to having his glass never run dry. Anyway, is there anything else, like, more to have less tiring nights? I know what you mean by that.
Fair.
Yep. Cool. I'm curious what you feel. I'm curious.
I wasn't listening. I was laughing at.
Just feel for a minute. Where are they?
Split. A good chunk, but then
At one point I heard a, oh! Molli.
and now we got
You're no longer as interesting.
Exactly, I'm not. And now we're stuffed in here.
I told you, it's a party. We're having a solstice party.
And a bunch of few. I don't know what's dribbling out of my mouth hole.
And be sure we have
a few more folks.
Other names. We have pseudonym names.
Yes.
Like,
I'm not mentioning names.
Well, I will say the one that was texted to you is Ondra. And that's the name that's going to come up in the videos. Yes, I made the videos. Well, I'm in the process of making the videos. I will send them to Alice before they go out, so you can judge them accordingly. You are in a very great light, by the way.
I mean, I'm not going to remember that.
Well, I'm just letting you know. And
yeah.
Alexander.
I'm just not naming names.
Hey, I like that.
Rosie!
Don't eat the grass.
Stop eating the grass.
Stop.
Not even eating grass, you're eating thistles.
Don't
Jesus.
eat thistles. Is that what they're called in here? Over here?
Hey! Just had to stand up.
Okay.
Absolute nuisance. Hi, sweetie.
So, we're going to do polls for the next 6 months?
No, quarter.
Quarter, okay. So we're gonna do polls for the quarter. I would like. So one, we're pulling. Wait. I have to ping him. Got him. He's already got a bunch of folks here. Big party. Wow, I'm no longer an interest member. He just flat out walked into it. You could come over anytime. Well.
Yeah, right. Monkey Man 29, yes, except that she's a cow and she just eats grass.
Yeah, we adopt cows, hippos, that sort of thing.
And Katybug, yes.
This is a party. We've got
So it's a crowd.
Adam, Frederick, Fannie. Jimothy kind of walked behind her. Adam said a pleasantry to Fannie. He's
Couple
waving.
others.
Rupert walked over there. Alexander, Ondra, and Domino? You there?
I don't remember the names.
Yes. And other one who, I don't know if Alice has come up with a secondary name. Maybe. In and out. Of interest. Maybe. Anyway. There's check-ins. So, great. We are going to pull. Yes, okay. How many are we pulling for? Fannie, I'll offer you first. Would you like...
Yeah, we said just family, pretty much.
Well, everybody's here, so yeah. We're just pulling for everybody now. This is to see how your next quarter is gonna go.
3 months, yeah.
You can use my hand if you want. Oh, she's decided. Okay. She's gonna use mine. Wait, I was gonna pull.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, for her.
Well.
I said use my hands.
I didn't
It
know
was
that.
in front of your face.
Yeah, and I was...
She's like, oh, he can do it.
What in the white people is going on? That's good.
Okay. Hold on. Let her use my hand. So, guide me to the one you feel. She's like, I don't know which ones. This one.
Was it like that when you pulled it?
It's like this.
Okay, so that way.
She's nervous now. Did she do something wrong?
No, not at all. That versus that, but this is.
For all of you.
No obfuscation.
Huh?
Don't talk about a problem, just say the problem. You know, don't talk around it, just say what it is and then approach it from there.
She's like, I have problems.
No, there are no problems. But most of the stuff in the next 3 months is going to apply that direction. Not in problems, but
Being true to how you feel and communicating that?
don't BS.
Oh.
Why sit there and, you know, it's the kind of people who talk for 10 minutes and they're talking, but they're not saying anything. Don't be that way. That conciseness is going to be beneficial and it's only going to help.
Basically, I would suggest talk to Molly, and if she says to do something about it, to do something. She's like, that's right. She's like, I'm right.
Yeah.
Molly, or before we go on, are you good? Does that make sense? She's like, yes.
Good.
Okay. Molly wants you to pull for her, primarily because she wants to do it with your hand. That hand.
Left?
Yeah. Be sure to feel her hand because she's...
I know, I'm shuffling. Because I don't have my big bowl that's properly curved.
She was taking longer to keep the connection, wasn't she?
I know.
Yeah. She like laced her fingers between yours and was like, so what's it mean?
Let it go. This actually isn't bad. Correction. Corroboration. Collaboration. You're incredibly witty and incredibly pithy, which also means that you look for what's written in between the lines a lot of the times with what somebody's saying, right?
As it should.
I agree. But if there's nothing there and something is just what it is,
You're saying I should trust?
I'm not saying you should trust.
Good.
No. Hell, I don't trust any damn body, but
That's why I like you.
but more in the sense that if it's not even worth your time, don't take your time with it. Somebody wants...
Like dirty men. Men who don't know how to bathe.
Yeah. If somebody wants to toss some garbage your way, sometimes it just isn't worth it because you don't have the time, the patience, or the crayons to explain it to them. So, don't. Why even consider wasting your time on something that's so far beneath your notice?
She's like, you have a way of speaking that I like. She's like, thank you.
No, I'm aware.
She's going on. Okay, Jimothy, because he's wanted to go. He'll use your hand as well.
Reset your feet. Keep pausing. I'm gonna see that. Anyways, Jimothy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everything is fun and games until someone gets hurt.
Oof.
Well, all that has been discussed and figured out and is water under the bridge. You learned a lesson, which I don't know how much you've gone into that.
No, that's...
Yeah.
I don't share everything,
Yeah.
so...
You learned a lesson, and that's good. That's a very good thing. Don't forget it.
This is rad.
Who next?
Rupert! He's like, do I have to?
You don't have to. Hell, if you don't want to, it's not going to work for you anyway.
He's like, I will
Yes.
do it. He says, I will do it because that's what she wants.
Hey, girl, I love you so much. You don't get these bones.
Besides, you just ate a bunch of grass. You're gonna need to throw that up soon when you go inside.
And I prefer you don't do it here. Yep, there it is.
Dogs. Maybe on the grass, not on the brick. He's going to have me pull.
Yep.
It's like, what am I supposed to... What, for what I want? For whatever you need to know. Fine.
That. Okay. Pull another. You know when you're a kid and you're trying to be clever and you're trying to, like, you're not good at it because you're a child, but you're trying to incept your parents, like, this is what I really want. Maybe this would be cool. I don't know. You know, if I got that, I guess I wouldn't mind it. All that passion is good. Desire is good. Pushing forward is good. But there's a line between when it's cute and affectionate and when it's not. And sadly, that line has a tendency to move. Not saying you're there. I'm not. But things will happen when they happen.
He just said, I didn't like this.
I'm sorry.
The guys are laughing. I will go next. How about that?
Yeah.
Or wait, did I already go? No, did I? I don't remember. Do you remember? Jane, I'm asking you a question.
Don't remember one.
Did I go? Did
No,
I
you
go?
haven't gone.
Okay.
And for the folks who are, because I've got it running on my lap, I'm not really paying too much attention to it. For the folks who are, like, who have been in here for a minute and know what's going on, can you tell the folks who are new and don't know what's going on, what's happening?
Yeah, just because clearly I'm unable to read comments right now, but I have some mods in the chat as well.
And we're glad today is World Peace and Prayer Day.
Alright. Just for me. This one. Same one I pulled before.
Yeah.
I guess I'm still learning, huh? So, remind me what it means.
Pull one more.
Okay, so this one was this one. This one.
All these things coming your way, you've worked your... Stop myself from saying a word. You've worked hard for them. And I know you well enough to know that you aren't going to snap up the first thing that comes along, because that's stupid. Why would you? You're smarter than that. But you've worked hard on asserting that you have a part to play in all this. It's not just, you know, you deserve time and rest and respite as well, right? And it's a slippery slope to say, well, I mean, I could take this cut and this cut because it would mean this. Hard pass.
Gonna let that pass. I was gonna suggest Adam. He says he would like to use your hand to avoid. He used a different word. He has very fancy words. To avoid issue with Rupert. That's what it meant.
Issue. Okay. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Doesn't matter how hard you work at it. Doesn't matter what you try to push for. It takes two to tango. And if the person or persons aren't going to meet you halfway, sorry, you can bang your head against the wall all you want, but it's the definition of insanity.
He says, I appreciate your sincere forwardness. I'm paraphrasing because he uses fancy words.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
And please understand, none of this is meant to be cruel or calculated or anything. It just is. Because why beat around the bush?
All right.
They did. Scribbler 909, yeah, they didn't mean to. And nor are they like fully serious. It's just, you know, if you're going to learn something, you're going to learn something. Doesn't mean it's pretty. Which I know you know.
Yeah. Jay and my approach, Jay is a very more like tell you how it is approach.
I'm a pragmatist.
Yeah, I am as well. He especially doesn't sugarcoat things. I try to at least dull, you know, the hit when I advise folks, but we always do tell the truth.
Well, for my own protection and my own, you know, to represent myself in court, it's not that I'm vicious or anything. I know a few of the folks watching have had a reading with me. It's not about being, you know, blunt for the sake of being blunt, but there are things that are better left unobfuscated. That's all.
So I know we have Sorsha, John, Frederick, Alexander, Molli.
Somebody said scam.
Molli wants Andra to go, and Alice. So lots more. Wow, this is getting very long. Hope you are all here and enjoying Ghost Prophecy.
J.M. Corville 4 said demons, and Stephanie Ann said scam.
Why are you reading those out? I can make you a moderator and you could just remove
that's
them.
fine.
Yeah, let's not give them attention.
That's fine.
Because
She's a scam.
who? This
Her,
person?
since we're saying stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd just rather bring attention to those who mean as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Mods, I'm gonna trust you to do the mod thing. Thank you. Because I'm just like, for anybody watching, if you don't like this, if you don't agree with it,
go away.
If you're not gonna have fun, why be here?
Yeah.
Like, we're just having fun. So, and that's all that we're doing with Ghost.
Yeah.
So, if you don't like that, you are welcome to leave and make your happy life anywhere else.
Mouth breathe somewhere else.
But we're gonna continue to have fun because we are happy. I hope that you are happy. That's it. I've never been happy being a troll, but that's just me.
I've never been happy being. I have a lot of fun ripping into trolls, personally.
Well, I'll leave that to you.
I'll do it on my life.
Thank you. Yeah, because it doesn't help. They just keep going at it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It ruins the experience for everybody
And that's
else.
true. I agree
So,
100%.
back on track. So let's do a corporeal person who is not with us at the moment. That's Marsha.
Two right off the bat. Are they watching, do you know?
So she's at work.
Ah, that's right, they're all at work. Well, this is getting saved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buck up. Stop talking about how so many solutions are, hey, nail meet hammer, and then not hammer the nail in. Buck up and do it.
I support you doing it. How about Frederick? Oh, he's showing himself in his nice human form right now.
Yeah.
Very naked.
Enjoy the connection you got right now with him, because it's not going to get any better. Not for any lack of trying. It just is, and that's probably where it's going to live. Not a bad thing. It just is, unless some big things change, but that's only for the next 3 months, not period.
There was a kind of explicitive. I was like,
Yeah.
well, you too.
Sorry. Scratching.
The other person, John. Yes, we got consent from all of them before doing this. It's just not everybody was able to join us this evening.
Like, hey.
If they're not here,
you know,
spirit.
everybody watching the live, let's psychically drag. I can explain what you're doing for us newbies. Very
Fortune telling.
Very, yeah, right.
For
it's
spirits.
a very, 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 very quick bone reading, just for the next 3 months, and it's nothing detailed, it's nothing specific, it's a spirit-driven reading. If I was going to do like a full-on bone reading and have an 80-piece kit that I would toss down, and it'd take about an hour.
And he's doing this because it is tradition. I have my own sort of thing, but he's been doing
All my life.
more than, yeah.
Third gen.
Whereas I talk with spirits. So we have different strengths.
Get out of your head.
It's for John.
Yeah. Things improve when all things improve. Improving one thing helps the others, but it doesn't fix the others. All or nothing.
Yes, did you get a message from Alice? Or was that another Alice?
That was someone else.
Oh, it was a text.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, cool. Who's next? We can do Alice.
Alice? Okay. I've actually never met Alice.
Talk to her though. Should I pull for her?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, Alexander, do you want to help? He's like, no. Oh, that was encouragement. He's like, you got it.
Okay.
Got the same as me.
No, it's a different one.
Oh, it's blue.
Pull another.
Is that supposed to be two?
Yeah, pull's
Okay.
connected. Was
So-
it connected
Yeah,
like that?
because I pulled it up and it flopped off. Something is like that, I think.
Duality. That's kind of fun. Kind of a double-edged sword there. Just because something is hard doesn't make it worth doing. That's not typically the case, but in this case it is for the next 3 months, as well as beware of where emotion in that is coming from. There's a fun rule in acting which every argument is about something else. The problem is, as humans, we do that a lot. Not everything is going to be about what is currently being discussed.
Right. Was I hearing that right? Molli wants Andra to go. She says, ask about me. He's like, I don't know how this works. Jay can choose for you. Sorry, I looked not where you are. Hello. It's been a few months.
Okay, what's happening? Because we're losing the light.
I know. Okay, Molli says, have him use you, as in me. Oh, okay, so if you... Right, okay. So his hand's on mine, and move to the energy that you feel drawn to. This one. Oh, it's the same one that Heather had.
Okay.
Remember when you did that reading 2 weeks ago for her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just really impressed I remembered that from 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Which way up? This one? Or...
I pulled it straight up.
Yeah. stop reciprocating you're supposed to be a foil and a counterbalance and a check to that particular balance. Be one. Everybody wants everybody to be happy, especially the folks we're connected to. If that's at the sacrifice of doing something good for them, what's the point?
He says, so what you're saying is to not be a sacrifice?
Call it what it is. If you had a drinking problem, right?
I do not.
You do not. But if you had a drinking problem, my desire for you to get better, my frustration at that, my anger, my sadness, my fear, agitation, none of that helps if there aren't actionable things to go along with it. And if...
Are you saying he needs to make a plan?
No, I'm saying that help where you can, but if it's at the cost of making things worse, you have to be the opposite of that. You have to be a counterbalance.
He's like, and then he was like, I don't get the point. It's just like, I don't get the point of it.
You'll know. It's coming.
Alright, I'll say, Alexander, Mira, you, and then we're done. You've done so well.
Alexander?
He's like, should have touched your line.
I mean, got the hand. Well, an overabundance of choice is good. Tons of good stuff. Don't get greedy.
He said, I am what I am. Something like that.
Mira?
Yeah. She's been hopping over there. Oh, she's Big Mirror now.
I have no idea where Rosie is.
Is she under the...
I think she's around the house. Yeah!
Rosie!
Okay, quick. We're losing light.
Okay, is this for Mira?
Yeah.
Alright, girl.
Hi. Hey, Rosie.
Okay. This is it.
Oh, one more. There's a lot of extra juju in her and how you feel about her still. So even if she just, you know, moves to the next great adventure, whatever it may be, or shifts, or, you know, comes back as someone else, whatever it may be, even if she no longer inhabits the form she's in right now, doesn't matter. That juju is going to stay with you regardless. Which it's not a Hallmark moment of like, a part of her will be with you forever. Literally that power and that comfort and that protection that comes with it is like tattooed onto you now. That was the best way she could give back.
I'm gonna make a request for Venmo if he wants one too. I'll do it since I know him a bit better. Because you've never met him.
No.
How in the world? This one keeps going.
Another. Just pick it up how it gets picked up. You don't have to hold it on the side.
Oh, well, okay. Because I thought it was about...
Well, yeah, it is.
Oh.
But if it's about like what's facing up or down and what's connected, and then you hold it sideways, that does nothing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Greeks believed there were like, the number's probably wrong. If anybody on the feed knows better than I believe the Greeks believed in 8 different kinds of love. Bunch of them. And every single one of them is valid, and family is not blood, it's the people you bleed for.
You like that. And now you, finally!
Oh, Christ.
The last part.
It's dark.
Make more of these again.
That's good. Growth, baby, growth, baby, growth. Yeah, a lot of upwards momentum, which is nice.
That's great.
Yeah. Not necessarily reaching the top of a pyramid, but definitively climbing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, all the corporeal, the incorporeal, the virtual, and beyond, we thank you for joining us on this awesome solstice. We went straight through dusk, and I made an offering to Hermes at the beginning of this, and now I'm going to go make an offering to Hecate. So, because it is evening now. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining.
Thank you so much. There
love
we go.
that,
That's better.
Yeah, I love that you were able to be with us for this, and I hope that you all are able to create your own traditions from here and do your own thing.
Yep.
Once
And
again,
thank you for joining us for hours.
yeah. Last thing I'll say, once again, as I said at the beginning, thank you, Patreons. You help me so much to live this wild dream of mine, and I am so grateful. Thank you for all you viewers. And I will likely see you next on Instagram, and I will be posting this full live recording with timestamps on YouTube later. All those links are in my bio. I only have one account for all of those things. All the links are in my bio. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!